What's up, guys? Grimsy42 here, back with week 7 of my garage sailing chronicles, and this week, I thought that I was gonna have a pretty crappy week. The first day was a total letdown. We were definitely filled with a disappointment because we had really high expectations. My buddy and I went to a 40 house neighborhood sale, and we really thought we would come out of there with like boxes of stuff, and we actually came out nearly empty-handed. I think he wound up grabbing a few small things, but it was nothing impressive, and I didn't pick up anything at all. So I was really disappointed. I thought that we would be killing it there, and we really didn't do anything at all. I think the only thing I did grab from there, now that I do actually remember, I do believe it was from there. It's a semi-new sealed pocket poker. I mean, it's kind of looks like it was slit open and maybe popped out, so I don't think this is brand new, but these things do sell pretty decent, so I did pick it up. I think it was $1, but yeah, this was the only thing I found there. So with 40 houses, we were definitely expecting more, but we did do our research and we figured out the reason. It was the first official day of the sale. It was on a Friday, but prior to that, they had a Thursday, like a preview thing, that was from like 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And unfortunately, we figured we'd just skip by it. I worked that night, so it would have been cutting it close. But on top of that, we didn't think anyone would show. So I guess we kind of learned the hard way, because a lot of houses, they would tell us, oh yeah, we had a ton of games, so we sold them on Thursday. So unfortunately, we missed out, and we were pretty bummed out. We did have a few more stops on our list after that, but it was already so late in the day. The last one that we had actually didn't even start until noon, and it specifically said no early birds. So we showed up about 10 minutes early, and we kind of just parked our car to see what was going on. I really don't like to be the guy that knocks on doors or anything like that. I kind of find that to be in bad form. But they were already set up, and there already were customers there, so obviously they started a little earlier, so we hopped out of the car and went over there. They did have some Xbox games. I did wind up picking up 2 of them, and my buddy actually picked up quite a bit of them and the system. He got a really good deal. He paid, I think, $15 for everything, if I'm not mistaken, and that includes the 2 games I have here, so he just charged me like $1 or $2 for them. And the first one is Fable. And it's complete, and it's in like new condition. They really took care of their stuff. And the next one's something I'm excited to play. I actually have never even tried this game, but I hear nothing but good things about it, and it's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And it's also complete. It actually still has the original receipt from EV Games inside of it too, so that was kind of cool. But like I said, I mean, that was all I got on Friday, and we were out there from like 8 in the morning till like 1 o'clock. So it was very, very disappointing, to say the least. But we did have we didn't give up hope. Saturday there was a specific sale that said it would be selling Sega CD games. So you never see those in the wild, and that definitely got our interest. So even though there were a few neighborhood sales, we specifically went to this sale first, and it didn't disappoint. I actually got a pretty big bag here, so I'll go ahead and reveal everything I got here. Unfortunately, the guy knew what he was doing with pricing. He looked everything up on eBay, and at least on a bright side, he based all his prices off the least he's seen any of them sell. He's not one of those guys that like goes, hey, look, Mario, buy it now 100, it must be worth 100. And he did give us a bundle discount too. We actually wound up spending a pretty decent amount between us, but I'll go ahead and I'll break all that down afterwards. The first thing that I grabbed was a strategy guide for Zelda the Ocarina of Time. So I didn't have one, and I love this game, so I thought that this would be a pretty cool pickup. And I mean, it was only $1, so I was okay paying $1 for an Ocarina of Time strategy guide. Next thing I grabbed was the lone Super Nintendo game that I picked up. My buddy picked up two. He wound up picking up Super Punch-Out and Run Saver. But anyways, I grabbed Supernova. It's a game by Taito. And he had this priced at $12.48. I don't know if you can see that. But that actually is, like I said, a lot less than it goes for on eBay. The next game I grabbed was a Sega Genesis game that I actually had never heard of. And it's kind of rare from what I'm told. It's, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, Gaiaris. And it is complete here. Unfortunately, the cartridge has a little bit of label damage, but I can, always upgrade that in the future. The real tough part is getting, a good condition case and manual, which I did, so I was okay with that. Next is the lone PS2 game I picked up. It was only $1, so I had no issue grabbing it, and its condition was flawless. And it's just Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. I already have this, but I believe I have the 3-pack. Metal Gear Essentials, I think it's called. I'm not sure. It's a 3-box collection. It's got Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3, but I did not have this version of it, and for $1, I'm a huge fan of the Metal Gear series, so I figured I'd grab it. Okay. Next, we're going to get into some GameCube games, and there's definitely some good titles in here, so I was totally pleased to grab these. The first one, and I guess the least impressive, is Soul Calibur 2. The reason I grabbed this, which still has the original receipt in it, is because I wanted to complete my copy. My copy did not have a manual, and this one did, so I was definitely happy to grab that. That way I could make a complete copy. The next one I've heard good and bad things about. It looks really fun, and it's Star Fox Assault. I was a huge fan of Star Fox 64. So I'm definitely excited to give this a try, and it's in fantastic condition. Next one is something I've seen in the past, and I knew it was rare, and I never picked it up. So I was definitely happy to grab it. It's Ikaruga. Unfortunately, there is no manual, but I'll track one down eventually. I was just happy to grab this. Next is another game I didn't own, and I believe it's the only Zelda for the GameCube that I didn't own. They definitely made a lot of them, and just because of the price, it's a pretty expensive game, so I just hadn't run into it yet. But since I finally did, I was excited to grab it, and it's the Zelda Collector's Edition, which has the Zelda 1, 2, and then the 2 for the N64. And it is complete in there and in great shape. Next, I think I'll do, everything else in here is Sega CD games. So, none of these are really amazing, but there was one in here I was really happy to pick up. And these were all priced pretty cheap, like a couple bucks each. The first one is Thunderstrike. Next, I believe it's just a video, like a true video type game. It's San Francisco versus Dallas, where you kind of just like press a button and watch a play. But whatever, it's a game I didn't have, so figured I'd check it out. This next one's kind of really heavy, and it's a 2-pack. It's Prime and Microcosm. It's pretty cool. It's got like this, like I said, the case is very, very heavy, and it's got, the 2 discs right there in really good shape, and then behind the discs is kind of like a thick pile of manuals, and I think there's actually a comic book in here too. So I was pretty happy to grab this. I'd never seen this before, so thought that was a pretty cool thing. The next one is Dracula Unleashed. Next we've got NBA Jam. Jurassic Park. And these next two I was definitely happy to pick up. More the second one than the first, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing this one. It's the Mortal Kombat for Sega CD. And this is supposed to be pretty close to Arcade Perfect. That's why I'm looking forward to trying that one out. But this last one, it's something I've actually actively been pursuing, and I couldn't believe when I saw it in there. Unfortunately, it's just the manual and the game. The back art isn't there for it. I believe it was like a rental. In fact, it was a rental from Rochester Game World. So, anyways, it's the sequel to Musha, which is Robo, Aleste. And the disc is in like immaculate condition. It even has the styrofoam there. So I was happy to pick it up, but unfortunately it's not complete. So I'll just have it to play in the meantime. And if I find a complete copy, I'll just, trade or sell this one. But that was some pretty awesome stuff. And my buddy got equally awesome stuff. And we added it all up on what the prices that he had on there were for it. And it was $250 plus. And that's just the prices he wanted for them, which were still below eBay. Like I said, they were all at least to the lower end, and a few of them I think he screwed up on. Like the Sega Genesis game, he only had priced at $7, and these sell complete on eBay for like $50. So, I mean, there were definitely a lot of mix-ups on his part. But anyways, we asked him what he would do in a bundle deal, and he looked it all over, and he said he'd do $175, and I was like, would you do $140? And he said I'd do $150. And me and my buddy kind of looked at each other, and like I said, my buddy got like Run Saber and Super Punch Out. He got a stack of Sega CD games. He got a couple GameCube games like Smash Brothers, Mario Sunshine. It was definitely a lot of good stuff, and it was definitely a good price. So we normally don't like to spend that much at garage sales, but just for the quality titles like Ikaruga and the Zelda collectors and stuff like that, we bit the bullet and we bought them. So we did get it for $150. And I think my portion of it broke down to $90. So, I mean, I still think I did amazing. Like, I could sell like 3 of those games on eBay and get more than 90. So, I do have one more pickup. I actually wound up getting it for free. There was a sale we went to at that neighborhood sale that I had mentioned from Friday, where the guy said he had video games, but he had to ask his daughter if she wanted to sell them, and she was at work. So we told him we'd be back the following day. So after we just did that pickup, we kind of shot over there to see what they had. And they had a GameCube, a slim PS2, and a couple games. And, there was one game there that stood out for me, so I was definitely happy to make an offer on it. And I asked him what he wanted for the games, and he said $3 a piece. So this game is definitely worth $3 a piece, or $3 rather. But anyways, my buddy wound up picking up the PS2. It was a PS2 controller, memory card, slim. It had like all the paperwork. It was in great shape. And we asked him what he wanted for it. He said $15, and I said, would you throw in the game? And he said yes. So it's the microphone and the game with the disc and everything for Mario Party 7. And it is complete in there and in like perfect shape. So again, it was a toss-in. My buddy was willing to pay a lot more than $15 for the system, so I was very happy to pick this up, and it was definitely a nice icing on the cake, if you will. But anyways, that wraps up week 7. Hopefully we continue to do as well as we have, and I'm definitely excited to keep going. So keep an eye out for more. Take care.
Don't be lazy. Get a job.